Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and today we're going to make some ephemera. I have bits and pieces. I have some fabric scraps, lots of them. I have some postal stamps, lots of them. And it's a mix, not just vintage and antique. There are also some more recent ones. I have these things that I had punched out and didn't do anything with. I have some stuff that I want to either use on ephemera or make as an ephemera. I don't think we're going to make a belly band today because we made a couple not so long ago. This we're not going to use. I want to make ephemera out of this, out of this, out of this. This maybe not today. Well, so we have lots of stuff that we can use to make our ephemera today. So all kinds of bits and pieces, postcards, etc. So I think we're going to start by using postal stamps. I do have a gazillion of them. I use them a lot, but I think we can use them in lots of different ways, and I just want to try that. What should we take as a distressing color? Let me see, maybe walnut stain, because I really like walnut stain. Whoopla, there you go. And it's going to be mixed probably with something else because I don't seem to have a Clint dauber here. So I'll just use this one. Okay, so first things, I'm going to ink my little pieces. Nothing extraordinary there. Well, this one is inked already. Do I have a couple more? This one is inked. And yeah, I think we're going to use some postal stamps on these. And or some, stickers. Different sizes. I was looking for my square punches. I have no clue. Absolutely no clue whatsoever where I put it. Been looking for it, didn't find it. So it's going to be oval and round today, and that will be fine. We already have quite a lot to do. So in my view, ephemera doesn't need to be too not necessarily, let's put it that way, complicated or sophisticated. Sometimes just simple things make the best things. That's my point of view, obviously. And yeah, as you know, I love making ephemera, whether it's random. Here, I wouldn't call it random because I've already taken things out that I know I want to use. It's not like I have a pouch and I'm just picking up things from it. So to me, it's a different exercise. But I would understand if you would qualify it as a random ephemera. But I'm not. There we go. Should we do a couple more? Okay, we'll do a couple. Well, wrong side. Do you need to be re-inked, little ink pad? Again. I need to re-ink quite often as I'm crafting every day. You see, I had made this, and we actually had made this together with a postal stamp. So I think I want to make some like this and some maybe a bit different. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, this one. And I think I want this one. You little fence, well, you're made. Just gonna ink you then. So, nothing too fancy or complicated there. Okay, let me just put these ones back. So, let's take one. And what I think I want to do is just basically put some stamps over my little circles. But in order to do that, I also want to age some of them. So I'm going to take this, which I know I'm going to use for something else as well. Shh! No, 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 no. No, no. I've stopped barking. In the meantime, I've been inking some stamps. So, here we are. So, nothing fancy there. I need a glue stick. There we go. You can use any sort of glue, obviously, for this. And actually, I think I'm going to get my cheapest glue because it will glue enough for things like this. So there you go. And what you can do is take some patina, little patina, where are you? I have silver. I know I have gold somewhere. Where are you? Technically, you should be here. But that's a technical. Oh, there you are. Much better than the other ones. Not in quality, they're the same. But here they don't dry. Which is my main problem with the other one. Do we want gold? Yes, we do want gold. Let's go bling. Let's go bling. There. We don't need much. You can put less if you want. I like him that way. I like them that way. Okay, cute. And this you can use either as a label or a dangly thing, or you can just glue it on a pocket, just, you know, make a tuck spot out of the big ones. And you can really do whatever you want with them. So let's make another one. I said I was going to get my cheap glue. This is the glue that I get in Action. Oopla. I used to use only that one, but definitely is better quality. Ugh. This one is a bit old. There we go. But it does says washable on something, on that. I hadn't seen it, I just saw it. Why would you want to wash glue? I don't know. Okay. So if your stamp is a bit bigger, no worries. Just grab a pair of scissors. Preferably a small one. If you're able to find it on your messy desk. What are you? Yes, you're there. I think it has a lot of glue on. Let me just... Samy, mais descends de là. Mais descends. Descends. He's a climber. He just used the little coffee table we have to climb on the sort of little table on which my TV is standing. Shh. Shh. Hey. And now is the time that I want to play. Yeah. They seem quite fierce, don't they? Well, they're all sissies. Believe you me. Even June. On top of her 30 kilos. She's like a baby. She's not the biggest dog. Hey, hey, hey! Shh! She's not the biggest dog we've had. Before her and Sammy, we had a dog that was 50 kilos, which is a lot. But he was a sweetheart. Hey, 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 hey! She's back. Not for long, I'm sure. So, I have taken a little scrap of lace, and I'm just going to glue it here without glitter glue. Let me put it that way. And why do I do that? Because I can. Because I can. And what did I see? Was it on my desk? Yes, it was. I have these. Well, I have these. And I have a lot of them. And I don't use them. So I I think it's time. And I'm still there. I'm just crawling on the floor. Okay. So I think I want that. And I think I want to add some... You're not going to start again, are you? Ooh, la la. Let's see. Let's see. And my dogs speak French. They don't speak English. Shh. Oh, God. Sorry about this. So I got out one of my little plasticky thing. Okay. Just want to check that plastic. It doesn't say. Oh no, please, now is enough. Not laughing. Not kidding. So I'm going to use art glitter glue again because I can trust it. And this much I know. Like this. And I'm just going to put a postal stamp there. Yeah, but... like this. And why? Because I can. Do we want patina? Sure. We're going to change. We're going to take silver. Yeah, up. Oop. So I've decided to go for lots, apparently. Cute. Okay, where am I putting you? Here. You I'm closing. I'm just going to use the patina I have left on my fingers. And there we go. I'm not sure. It's the third wet wipe I'm taking out. Not sure what I'm doing with them today. Okay, I'm going to make another one. Is this one just going to be a single stamp? Yeah, I think so. Maybe what I will do after, maybe not on this, because I want to use bigger, more recent ones. I think you might fit. Yeah, you might. Other way around. So very simple, and it enables you to use stamps in another way. And truth is, I have so many of them, you wouldn't believe. And one of the reasons is they're so cheap here. Really, really. They're even cheaper in the Netherlands, I know. But already here, they're more than affordable. And you can do so much with them. I just love them. Okay, so. Do I have a more recent one that would fit on either of this? And I'm going to have it like that. What are you eating? Which doesn't sound like something you should eat. No clue where you got that. No clue. It's paper, but it's not mine. She's a pain. I love her dearly. Okay, I said recent. Thing is, the recent ones I've selected are quite big. Oh, look at that one. See? Well, that one luckily has a bird. But the next one I will take will not be such an easy subject, I assume. Because I want to use things that you would think we couldn't use. We can't use. Couldn't. Don't know. I could put a little piece of fabric, couldn't I? What sort of fabric do I have here? Lots and lots and lots. Do I need? No, I think I'm going to go with this one. Maybe if I used another kind of scissors, it'll make my life easier. So let's just take a little piece. I'm going to age it because I can. And again, hot glitter glue for that. Not too much, because we don't need too much. I'm going to put it on the top like this, and I'm going to put it like this. Okay, I think we're done with the little circles. Aside from this one. No, that's not how I wanted it. I wanted it like this. That was it. There we go. That one is cute as well. You can put an eyelid, you can do anything you want. So this one like this, I said. Now, I have so many. Will I have one the right size? This one is too big. I'd like to have a subject that is not something with a painting, or we do have a train, but that's too easy. That's too easy. Yeah, you see, some are really brilliant, but they're huge. Huge, huge, huge. Huge, huge. Where are you? This is something we could envisage. I don't. No, it's really a matter of size, not a matter of what's on them, apparently. Because the ones I've selected with recent things are far too big. That is something I had not taken into consideration. Because I don't mind if they're a little too big, because then I can trim them. Okay, so it's either this one or this one. I think I'll use the building. I'm lucky because this one is not shiny. Because shiny is not my favorite, but you know. And I'm just going to glue it and trim it. There you go. I'm not going to put patina on this one. So like this. There we go. So I have mixed the one that I already made with the ones that are not done. Bad Sophie. Okay, so let me just... Oh, come on. So these are the ones we've made. Okay, so what else can we do with stamps? Well, we can use some fabric. Just grab a piece of fabric. It doesn't need to be square or regular or anything like this. So I have gathered little trims of fabric, but as I keep them in a jar like this, they're all like in need of a bit of ironing. So what I've taken out is this. It's a very cheap hair strengthener, and it's just perfect when you have just little bits of this to flatten, let's put it that way. I have also taken some pieces of fabric tape that I made. It smells burnt, but that's not my paper. I can't put it any other way. No, it will fall. So let's maybe start with a piece of, I have another piece, a big piece of fabric tape, because obviously this one I cannot iron. I can see here I have a big stamp from Djibouti, or I have this one from Vietnam. I think I'm going to go with Djibouti. So what I'm going to do, close that glue, then just ink my stamp, because the white borders will just make it not nice. You are not smelling good, my friend. So I ordered this, I can't remember from where, maybe Amazon even, or, but you find them everywhere. They're very cheap, and therefore I would recommend not to use it on your hair. So to glue on fabric, use a fabric glue or art glitter glue, which is absolutely perfect for this. So it's not centered, but I don't care because I have scissors. And I will just do this. It will still not be centered. It'll be better. There we go. And this again you can use as you want in your journal. Let's see, because to me you seem warm enough. You see, works fine. So let me just strengthen them all, and I'll be back in a second. So it's not because I don't like the look of the fabric when it's not ironed. It's just because I want my stuff to be glued completely, not have any surprises. Okay, I have a piece of lace. This is going to be too big. Yes, it is. This is not going to be too big. What is this? A tree? Yeah. It's a nature artist who did that. Okay, for this, art glitter glue only. Oh, I have two. And I didn't know. Okay. Well, it is nice, so I'm very happy I have two. Okay. I'm just going to do a couple. I'm not going to do them all. It's just to show you what I like to do with stamps. Whoop, come back. Okay. You need to let it dry. This one is big, but see, this is a more modern one. And I'm just going to glue it, and then I'll trim my fabric. You can always age your postal stamps just by inking them. But if you wanted, you could also do that. And then take it back. And look at that. That seems to have traveled a lot. So, some glue. Don't do that with an antique one, even if it looks new, because, you know, it'll just tear into pieces. Okay. Gonna put you here. Gonna get my fabric scissors. And then you can just fray them. I'll do that when it's dry, but I like it that way. So we have a little piece of red. So we can use this one. Very easy, very quick to make for a nice look on in your journals. Like this. You can use them on ephemeras as well. You don't need to glue them on the journal page. Like this. Then this one, which has a strange shape. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Because we can, so we can, and we will. Now we're going to let it dry this way up. This we've used. I have this. Normally it has a bead in the middle, or a couple of beads, I can't remember. But we can still use it for this sort of thing, can't we? You know. It's better, I think, than throwing it away or for it to stay in your stash forever just because it's missing a couple of beads. And I have so much of this, I never ever use it, which is a bit dumb. Ah, no, wrong side, Sophie. You know why? Because we have two of them again. And that's not easy to see. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to leave it to dry. We're just going to make a couple more. I would like to have a big one so that I can use one of the bigger stamps. Let me see. And I think I'm going to go with a Concorde. There we go. And then you can decide to cut it in another way. I would wait until the stamp is dry to do that. And maybe another one, like this one. It's again Djibouti. My uncle lived there for some time. But he lived in Tahiti much more. For the longest time. Oopala. And we never went to see him. Okay. Cute. So I think we have enough. I'm going to put these back in the jar. And we're going to see what else we have as bits and pieces that we can do something with. We have an ink card. Well, sort of an ink card. It might not be straight, is it? Or is it my eyes again? Well, seems to be sort of my eyes. It is not completely straight, but I think we will survive. So this already has a little stamp. And I'm not sure what I want to use on it. You could obviously use, like, I've used these already. I've used, yeah, I don't remember whether I used the 4 of them or whether I used only, but you could do that. Shall we? Yes, we shall. I will not only use stamps, unless every time. Hoopla. I like it. I like this. But they don't have to be the main item or point of interest on your ephemera. So here, obviously, because they're the only one they're going to be. But you see, I have no problem using this in my journals. Although my style is sort of industrial, vintagey, antique thingy. Well, it doesn't mix. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that we can't mix things up. See? That's looking good. It could look even better with a piece of brown tape. Another piece. And I'm going to cut it in 2. There we go. We have a nice piece of ephemera. Good, 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 good. Let's do easy things today. We have an even smaller piece of mustard board. So, again, it's always good to have small bits of ephemera that you can tuck in your journals or use as tuck spots. Sometimes they just help you to sort of balance a page. Did I say I was going to use stickers as well? I think I did. What do we have here? L's. Actually, I like this one. I like this one. Now, hopefully it's sort of straight. Does it need anything else? I think it needs eyelids. How many? Well, I'd say 3. Eyelid box. You have disappeared somewhere. Actually, not the one I wanted, but I think I'm going to use the ones I never use. And I keep on saying this, but it's true. I have so many that I never use. So do we want a pink one? Or do we want a green one? This is very girly. Very girly. Whoop! Don't fall. Well, I'll pick up your brother then. I'm not sure about the blue. Well, let's do it. Baby colors. Don't fall. One, two, and three. I think I need to turn this one like this, but I'm not sure. Did it work? No, it didn't. You know why? Because I used my crocodile the wrong way. That's why. That's the only reason why. And thankfully, it didn't get stuck. Because that has happened, and I've had to change the cube. Yeah, that's the right way. Technically, they're supposed to go in like really well, but I just broke one. Good day, Sophie. So it's not the right setting for sure. You see. Does that work? I had glued on my drawers, which used to be right in front of me, the correct use of the crocodile, and now it's far too far. Good. We do have a something there. Let me see. We said we want to do easy stuff. We can make a tag for sure. Oh yes, and I want to prepare ephemera as well. So maybe we can do something with that. Let's first make a little tag. Don't know where my corner punch is, but it's okay. I will just do it like this. Like this, actually. There we go. So let me get this back to where it should be. And let's see. Well, that is sort of in the middle. I want my box with all my different eyelets. It's there. Don't fall. Don't fall. I have some that I know I will never use, like the yellow flashy ones. That's for sure not my thing. Okay. So lucky me, I don't have to prepare lunch today. My son-in-law, well, he's not my son-in-law, he's my daughter's boyfriend, is actually cooking. Just checking what I have on my desk. Things that are too big, for sure. Do I have any small piece of ephemera? Not really, I have big ones. Very big ones. Or some not in the right reproduction. They're all so big. Well, okay. Do we have anything here? Don't know if I told you, I'm doing on the side something that I'm not uncomfortable with, but which is really, really not in my comfort zone. I'm making a cat journal for somebody who does like cats. Oh God! And it's not easy, because I feel that that's what I like about let me put it that way. What I like about making eclectic journals is the variety of things that you can put in them. Whereas here I only have one subject, and it's not that easy to find only things on cats. And yeah, I'm always afraid that it's going to be too repetitive. So yeah, I'm doing my best though. I was lucky. I found thrifting a book with only postcards with cats, reproductions of that. Another stamp I used, and I, of course, dismantled it, and then I'm going to keep that one. The person wrote the names. What was I saying? The book on postcards, and then I also had a book on cats with just drawings, and it's rather modern. The postcards are antique style, whereas the drawings are more contemporary. So it's still sort of eclectic, but not the way I'm used to. It's fun all the same. So this is what I do with postcards. I still have a bunch with animals. Not all of them are good to do that, either because of the quality or because, too complicated, too fussy cut. Or sometimes it's an animal that you don't really want on your journals. What I should do one day is a journal just with bugs. Let me just get rid of this big piece first. Yeah, a journal just with bugs. That'd be fun, and probably easier to find material. You can find material from all eras. So that might be something I'll do. So, like this. So we have a bird, and we have this. I could cover it. I could do lots of things with it, but I think I'm just going to have my birds. I'm going to have some washi tape all around, because I also need to reinforce some bits and pieces, and then I would just glue it on a page. Maybe a label, I don't know. We're going to see. But first, I'm going to glue my bird. No, first Why did I leave that part? Nobody knows. Sophie's a nice lady, but her brain is somewhat of a mystery. Okay. Washi tape. Blue washi tape. Or what color washi tape do we want? I need to be careful here. I need to reinforce the back one as well. Blue, 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 blue. And I wanted blue or something else, actually. Let me see, what do we have on our desk? Apparently nothing blue. Oh, we do have that, but it's not the right match. No blue. It's not that I don't have blue. Let's look for something that is not too big either, because that's just a problem. I should sort them by color. That would be an idea, wouldn't it? Actually, that one is nice. Or that one. Then go. Still not satisfied. That is Sophie. That one is better. It's a bit big, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's it. And that one was on my desk, actually. And what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to go the other way around, like this, and just flip it around. And it is gorgeous. This is very cheap washi tape, coming from Action, I think. But sometimes you are surprised in a good way. So that is the second one. Okay, now for the top, I am first going to reinforce the back. Not really straight, not really minding. Another piece for the front. don't care. If I fold the front, it doesn't matter. Know that it's regular or not. It doesn't matter. And now I'm just going to put my bird somewhere there. Like this. And I need some sort of a label underneath, I think. Let me see. Box of labels. Box of labels. Can cut here, doesn't matter really. Okay, what else do we have? We have a free library, but I don't like the color. Not convinced. Not convinced. I'm not really rich in terms of blue labels, apparently. What if I do this? And then I find something to put here that is not necessarily blue. Let me see. What do we have here? I think I'm going to do that. I think so. So let me just put that back. Okay. Let's start inking. I'm going to ink the envelope as well. Ooh, but stay with me. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Oh, please don't start. I know you're almost empty. Don't do that to me today, please. And not any day, actually. Be a good clue. Yeah, re-inking is required for sure. On Monday, I think I will make a small journal with Margaret's new kit, 7 Plaza's new kit, which is gorgeous, with little trims, fabric trims. So yeah, I'm going to print it tomorrow, maybe film tomorrow, who knows. Oh, my fingers are so inky. The darker your ink, the more it shows, huh? Like this. Okay. I'm gonna ink my bird and then glue it and then ink my envelope. Okay. There we are. Glue, 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 glue. Okay. There we go. Good. Nice little bird. I said we'll ink the borders. There we go. We have a lovely envelope to use in our journals. Let me see how much time we have. So, I want to show you what I do with these. I do fussy cut them out. And actually, I'm going to fussy cut out first this little part, which I'm going to keep, because I can glue it anywhere. It will look good. So that's one. What's good about this is that it is not straight, so I can do what I want. Won't show. There we go. And I'll put it on the side. Now, with this sort of painting, what I do is that I do fussy cut out the character. As best as I can, given my cutting skills. And I love using them. I just glue them on cardstock. Not too thick. And then either I put resin, although lately I'm not sure why I have messed up all my resin pieces. I changed resin, I think that's the reason why. But normally it works fine, or I just leave them like this on the cardboard, yes. And then I just use them as pockets. And you can always add labels, postal stamps, whatever you feel like. So I'm just going to do that one. Now, what do I do with the feathers? I just, take liberty with them. Because otherwise it'll be too, it won't be nice if I leave them. Whether if I leave a bit and then I ink, it will look good. changing scissors. That could make my life easier, maybe. Tricky part. Hair, heads and hands are the trickiest parts. And that way also, if you make a mistake, it doesn't really matter. You can glue it back on the cardstock. See, like I was doing. No, I was correct. Okay, sorry, it's taking a bit long. But I would love if it looked nice, so. And again, these books I thrift. So for books on museums, usually I pay like €2, €3, not more. So yeah, I love them and I use them all the time. I'm going to have to fussy cut it again once it will be glued on the cardstock. I could actually not have fussy cut it now, but just wanted to show you so. Because you need to let them dry quite a bit. There we go. Here we are. Actually, I can do a bit more here. And just give a bit of... Actually, no, I'm going to do this completely. There's no reason why I should leave. Why am I doing such a bad job now? Who knows? Well, I'm going to leave it like this. And then what I do, you can see this is a bit of packaging. And I just glue it on. Not with this glue. Because it's okay with paper, but it doesn't like thick paper. Nor does it like sort of glossy paper, which this one is. Oh, come on. Okay. Today is lump day. You glue it as you want. I'm just going to get a wipe to remove any excess of glue. There we go. And I'm I'm just going to let it dry, and then I will fussy cut it to make my pocket. So I consider this ready as well. I will fussy cut it off camera. Okay, what else do we have? Too small. I love these illustrations. I just love them. Do I have anything I can put them on? Oh, this one is really, really heavy. Okay. Taking the risk to cut with my scissors. Ugh. It is really big and it's really thick. What do I want to use it for? Do I want to make some sort of a cover? Something that we could put in the middle of a something. I think we could actually use that. Should we try? Well, we need to put a paper behind it anyway, so the only papers I have here is this one. So if it's there, we're going to use it. Do I want to make it smaller? Maybe. Let me see. Yes, I do. Just a little bit. Trim, trim, trim. Oh. So I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter which paper I put under, actually, because no one will see it. Do I need to put paper then? Let me think. I'm going to cut my... You fit. Come on, you do fit. Yes, you do. So I'm going to cut you. That is not going to work. Let me see. Let me see. Because it is not straight, so I need to make it straight. Sort of. Not quite. Yes. I need to cut this piece because it is bothering me. Oh, we need the bigger one. That is not convenient. There we are. Could have taken this one in the first place, but no. Why make things easy when you can complicate them? still going to be too big on the sides. That's why it was so thick. So I do need paper or washi tape underneath. So it is too long. It is too long. So how am I going to do that? I think I'm going to glue it like this. And then I'm going to put washi tape. And I think I will fold it behind. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let me put some glue, and I'm going to use because this is sort of coated. Let me put that away. Come on. Okay. There. Okay. Let me just, okay, I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to turn it around and glue it on the other side. There you go. Okay, there. I need some washi tape. It's going to be either red or black, and I'd be tempted to do red so that it comes out a bit. I have a rather large one, ploing, in red that I really, really like. Oh, and I don't have much of it left. Oh, not sure whether I'm going to be able to use it because it seems that, yeah, it has started to behave in a weird way. Let's see if we're able to. We are. So I'm going to do that. No, because that is too close to his head. To his head. Okay. No. There you go. How am I going to do that? I'm going to do that. Like this. And like this. So I'm going to do the sides. And I'm going to do the top. There we go. Same on the bottom. And then fold it back up. Am I rounding the corners? I don't know. I think it will depend on what I will put it. But I think I'll have to, even if it's just a little bit. Where did I put the corner rounder? We've used it, so it should be right here. No, I find this one's. Okay. Interesting how I'm able to make things disappear, but I have this one. So maybe we will not round it, we will just make tiny corners. And that doesn't work. Why is it working on one side and not on the other? Okay, there we go. This one is done. We can now just ink it a little bit. And there we go. Done. We have a topper. Very simple, but very nice. We could add labels like this. Though I think this one is too big. I don't know. I still like it like this. I'm going to leave it as is. Okay, let me sort of clear up my desk and we'll have a look at what we've done today. So today we've made ephemera using scraps of fabric and postal stamps. I really like them. I really, really like them. We've made little ephemera pieces using postal stamps. Again, using a scrap fabric. This one we didn't do anything with. This one using a postal stamp that was not that old, so we aged it. We did put one on lace. This one on a double-sided tape, fabric tape actually. This one is really nice because it blended in the oval, I think. So definitely to be used as a label, I would say. Hopla. Again, a lovely one with patina. And another one, this one as well, since it belonged there. So one with a fabric scrap and a postal stamp. Then we made a tag with a postal stamp. We made this with eyelets and a sticker. We made with this one that I really, really, really like. Then we made one on lace, one on a tiny piece of scrap fabric. We've made this beautiful envelope that you can glue in a journal. I've added this, which was on the bottom of the postcard. Really like it as well. I did fussy cut the image that we glued on the packaging. So this is how it looks, and this I would glue in a journal. The reason why I put it on cardstock is so that it doesn't get ruined when you put things behind. Okay, so it will not tear. It will stay as it is. So yeah, it's lovely. I like these things a lot. And then we've made a journal topper, again with an image of a painting, a scrap packaging, let's call it that way, and some washi tape. So I've really enjoyed this session. I hope you have too. I will be back on, what did I say, Monday, presumably. And we will use Margaret's latest kit. We'll make a small journal with it. And in the meantime, I wish you all a very nice weekend, and please take care of yourself. Bye-bye.